Hey, what's up, guys? The Undead March game mode in Clash Royale is something spooky that most people probably don't even know what the heck is happening. So if you go to the main tab and you click here, you can go and scroll down and there's this Undead March game mode that I think most people won't even see. So if you click on that, there are going to be some good rewards as a free-to-play player. They are worth collecting. You're going to get a whole bunch of star drops and more star drops, and then get all the way up. So we're going to showcase what I feel like is probably one of the better decks to do it. I'm on my mini account. I don't really have everything maxed out here, so kind of rather show you guys why I'm doing it instead of just doing it on a fully maxed account and be like, oh, content. No, it's like I actually want to max out this account, and this is a good way of doing it. So all you free-to-play players, you have about like 3 or 4 more days to do this. Great deck to play. Typically, we're going to go and card boost and post. Yeah, so that's fine. Card boost potion is definitely worth it. If our cards aren't leveled up, they're not going to work otherwise, so might as well. Okay, not going to use gold on that. Holy hell, that would be awful. But yeah, card boost potion is where it's at, level 14. Level 14, so now we have everything leveled up necessary all the way up to where we would want to be to reach the highest point of this. Let's get into it. If you guys are wondering, Evolved Witch is definitely the best evolution, so if you do have it, yeah, you better abuse it. And if you are not running Evolved Witch, you probably have to have lightning in your deck or you're going to get cooked. Also, I hope all you guys are having a phenomenal day, no matter when or where you guys are watching this. It's, you know, a journey out here with YouTube. There's always so many new things that I'm trying to explore and do. I just recorded my very first Pokemon video, card opening, with more so of a purpose, and I'll be releasing that hopefully soon. So I'm kind of psyched for that. And yeah, I have a lot of Pokemon businesses that we're working on the side too. So a lot of interesting things that will hopefully come together in the right way. But maybe they don't. Maybe some of them will flop. But it is what it is. I'm going to be trying my hardest and see what happens from that perspective. Wow, a new win game mode. Supercell made as much money as possible to nerf the Witch Evo in the game. Yeah, I mean, Witch is definitely the best card to be playing in this, 100%. If you, I think you forgot to say pay to win, but I inferred that that was the direction that you're going. I do think that if you are playing against regular Witch or Evolved Witch, you just put Lightning in your deck, so it's not the end of the world. I just want to 100% say that straight up to y'all. If you don't have maxed out cards, you'll also probably be okay. I think that you only need really level 14 cards, and a -1 level disadvantage isn't like impossible to overcome, so something to consider. We're Tornado the Skeleton Dragons directly in, so then we don't end up dying here. And I could Lightning on this Witch. I think it's going to be well worth it. If we can just get a little bit of extra damage with the Bomber, that'd be awesome. And the Ice Golem, it does happen. Currently winning game by a little bit of margin. Like 30 games to play, so it's gonna be a lot. Just finished watching your last video. Nice of you giving the win at the end. Yeah, dude, that video, I'm not gonna lie, yo, it made me so sad because I put so much time and effort into that, and it tanked. I don't know how YouTube decides what videos to promote and which ones not to, but that one was one of the best videos that I think I've created in a bit. It was really fun too. Like, it had authentic reaction of me feeling pity for the opponent and giving them a free win because the strategy was that nasty. Like, I don't think I've ever had that in a video, where I would typically like cut that stuff out, but I just was like, let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. If I'm not feeling good collecting the win here, like, I'll just show that to everyone. So I decided that would be the better direction to go. So try to make the videos a little bit more like that, where you see what's actually going behind the scenes of like what I'm thinking. And I thought that was pretty cool, but apparently it just didn't perform that well on YouTube. So it is what it is. I thought it was a cool concept. Maybe because I did it before, the concept was like not as original since I got 500,000 views on it. So, you know, the second time maybe people was like, yeah, you know what? I've seen this before. We'll see. Played against 5 players and everyone else seems to be bots, currently at 50 wins. Why are you still playing at 50 wins? Like, what? Why would you do that to yourself? Isn't the game like to 30 and then you get the achievement? You just like the game mode? Like, I guess that's a possibility that you like the game mode that much, but I've not heard of anyone doing that themselves. So I'm going to go in for Skeleton Dragon counter with Electro Giant here, and then I can just drop our guards. Even if the guy's got poison, guards are a phenomenal answer. I do think that, you know, most of the time people are going to be playing counters to, you know, Graveyard because there's definitely great synergy with the Witch. But if you're running Electro Giant, I do think that E-Giant could be a bit of a better card just because of the standpoint of it, like, you know, being able to counter Witches, Skeleton Dragons, and being a good anti-air response if your Witch is going to die. So I do like that a lot more. I remember how many times I said, you know, but I don't want to reflect on that. I don't want to tell you guys. All right, if we get Lightning and hit the Witch, that'd be sick, but did not happen. I do think that we're in a little bit of a problem position here. Never mind, the Witch will die. We're chilling, we're chilling. We just log and it dies, so not bad at all. And we get Bomber off on the side as well. Then when he hits his poison, he doesn't hit the Bomber. So we're chilling. It's not that much damage with 2 Lightnings away. The only difficulty is if people play real decks like YouTube Star. This guy, he's a little bit of a challenging individual. You know, he's making the game go a lot longer than it should. Okay, he just gave up. He's like, you know what? I'm going to nonchalantly leave so SirTag can enjoy the first win of his life at the very first bit. Usually I throw the first game every time, but, you know, we're hitting different out here. Trying to reach 100 wins on it, but I don't want to. Why? Trying to reach 100 wins on it, but I don't want to. You're trying, but you don't want to. It's such a complicated decision there. I felt so bad watching him giving the piece amount. It was like, damn, dude, I got crushed inside. No, I actually felt horrendous when the guy recognized me, and then he thought that I was giving him a free win, and then I stole the win. I was like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. Oh no, like that. Yeah, a part of me died inside. Like, you know, you're a full person, and half of you just like breaks inside. And you're like, oh man, that's not it. I felt like, you know, 2.5 men. But maybe a quarter of a man. That's what's up. I have my own episode, my own movie, my own TV show. Only you would do that, Tag. Giving the free win? I don't know. I feel like some people would as well. It's not necessarily. I don't know. I just felt really bad, brother. People have definitely given me free wins too. Like when they hard countered me, they've just given me the win at the end. And they gave me a double thumbs up. So it's not only me. Been a while since I watched the live stream, says Kelvin. What's up, Kelvin? Is ramp up your splash damage. My splash damage is legitimately hoping that I can get through with an Electro Giant and then using the Evolved Witch. That's basically it. Emmett Santa. All right, Santa Claus. Let's see what we can do here. I really don't want to go Witch other side and then maybe Electro Giant into this. Yeah, I'm just going to E-Giant into this. I don't think that the... Actually, I can go Guards. It's fine too. I think Guards probably kills the bowler, so I'd rather do that and like knock everything back too. Beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. Evolved Witch. Oh, it doesn't heal up in time, but I can still plop down an Electro Giant because he doesn't have a building in cycle. If I don't have Witch Evo, what can I use instead? If you don't have the Evolved Witch, you're probably going to cry a little bit. But you could maybe run something like... I don't know. What other evolutions would you have? What other Evos do you have? You could run Evolved Goblin Cage, and then you could just run like, you know, Bomber, Lightning, stuff like that. You could run Evolved Cannon. You could run Evolved Tesla. Honestly, you'd probably want to run an Evolved Tesla, so then you have anti-air defense or something. That's what I would likely do, my guy. Too bad there's... I guess you could run, I don't know, any other anti-air response too. That works as well. You want some anti-air response if you don't have Witch. I was thinking about having a dream and then watching a stream as an NPC. Dude, I feel like an NPC sometimes as well. I genuinely do. It's just, it is that way sometimes. Wait, watch. Hear me out for a second. Ready to know everything. Use the Evo Bomber. Let it cook. Let it cook! Yo, people think Evo Bomber sucks, but in reality, it is definitely one of the better cards if you can use it correctly. So, man, that was a pristine pickup there. Hitting everything with the lightning. Phenomenal. Evo Executioner? Yes, Evo Executioner is phenomenal as well. Yeah. No, I would, I'd say Evo Executioner is where it's at. Shout out to you for coming up with that. Evo Bats work too. Furnace Cycle Deck. Appreciate you, Jake. Keeping my lunches interesting. There's going to be a lot more interesting lunches to come, brother. I'm leveling up the content. The spice is going to be unprecedented. What's special about this game mode? It just gives you rewards. The game mode kind of sucks. I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't think the game mode's great or anything. But it is worthwhile to play if you don't have the rewards and you want to level up your new accounts, or if you want to level up your old accounts. It's very worthwhile going through this and then collecting the star drops, because we don't get those star drops anymore. You know, you can't go back in time. You can't, like, whatever things that were better before, you can't go back to the good old days. You can't have the things that, you know, left you and passed, you know. If you end up having a really good day in your life and your childhood, you can't go back to that. You can't go back to the Clash Royale star drop days of getting 3 of them every day, man, and having really high quality ones and potentially getting all the rewards that we wanted. We didn't know how good we had it, man. We didn't know how good we had it. Like, looking back, I would have been able to level up this entire account so fast if I tried to. I never tried to. And now I'm faced with the ramifications of the reality that I don't have this freaking account leveled up, and I need it leveled up to create more content. So I'm trying to do as much as I can to level it up, but it's such a struggle. It's such a struggle. We are definitely on, not even a struggle bus. We're on a struggle airplane right now. We're flying all the way around, and we are accomplishing nothing. All right, that Tesla doesn't pull, right? Oh, hell yeah. That Tesla was terrible. We'll take that. Is this the Undead March, John? Yeah, it is. Jake? I don't know. You maybe misspelled my name. I'm not sure. Good old Pekka Double Prince days. I know. That was it, man. There's so many cool things that I'm learning still about YouTube because it's always evolving. And I don't know. I want to become a better YouTuber too. What is this game mode? I showed at the very start. It's like under Path of Legends. So go pop into there if you want. I tried the Royal Recruits decks that you made a video on. It dominates almost everything. Yeah, it loses to Evolve Witch right now. So I haven't been able to showcase a Royal Recruits deck right now in good faith because Evolve Witch is so strong and it blocks the recruits. So it's super hard to make Royal Recruits work at higher levels of gameplay where everyone is using the pay-to-win Evolved Witch. Can you explain what's going on in this game mode? Yeah, so there's a certain amount of cards that like Clash Royale is allowed and deemed, you know, skeleton worthy. And you have to build a deck with those cards. And if you win 30 games, you reach the very top. Once you reach the very top, you collect all of the rewards. And then that's where you want to be. You want to have collected all the rewards in this game mode. Ideally. That's the game plan. No lighting on that. Evolved Witch will die, but maybe she's going to be able to fry this. If not, it's totally fine. We could just go for a skeleton army, and then... The skeletons... Oh, the Evolved Witch is still alive. Damn, that's crazy. Wait. Is she going to cook? Look at her health. So she heals up each skeleton that dies on your team. So she's back to full HP. She's back to full HP. And she is barraging that tower. So if a skeleton dies, if a guard dies, if a giant skeleton dies, she still gets extra value. So keep that in mind. When you're running Evolved Witch, she is going to be one of the most beneficial cards in the business. As long as cards in your deck have skeletons and they die. That's how you're going to level it up. Graveyard's really good because the opponent will have to defend against the graveyard. So typically the Evolved Witch will be carried by that. Been loving the recent content. You've been playing much pickleball recently? So I haven't been doing that much pickleball. I did play yesterday, but I can't help but think that it's not that productive and it's not something that I like am super satisfied by, you know? Sometimes like, I think I'm gonna talk about this in videos in the future, but because I'm gonna be doing more like talking videos and yapping videos on my second channel. But I feel like for working out, it's immediate, right? Like I can continuously go at it when I'm working out and I'm continuously getting value. I'm gaining muscle. I get that feeling of satisfaction. For pickleball, it's only when I'm with friends and I'm yapping, I'm talking to them and I'm like, you know, I don't get as much of a concentrated workout with pickleball as I would with working out. So I prefer to work out more so than play pickleball. And when I'm playing with like random people that I don't really know at pickleball and it's pickup, it's not as satisfying as fun for me as it was before. And I enjoy a lot more, you know, the immediacy of not waiting 30 minutes for a court, you know. For me, it's super hard to wait in line or stay in traffic. Like, I don't know if it's like having the brain rot attention span that everyone has in this generation, that I have that too, or if it's consistently just like really wanting things immediately and wanting to be, or generally being spoiled by something that's so good. And then you compare the really good factor of like being able to work out to, you know, like sitting in line. Whenever I have that, I have such an adverse reaction. You guys have that as well? Like if you're waiting for something, if you're sitting in traffic for like 30 minutes, do you ever just get like antsy or irritated? I definitely do. At pickleball, I started to think of it. I'm like, man, I'm waiting here for 30 minutes. Yeah, sure, I have my laptop and I'm able to do a little bit of stuff, but I always think of like what I could be doing instead. Maybe that's a byproduct of doing YouTube and just being spoiled by the fact that when I'm working on YouTube or doing stuff there, I generally like can immediately get something done, right? Like the tips of my fingers, I could jump live. I could, you know, do a reel or publish a video or do something that's always productive. I get a lot of satisfaction from doing something that I feel like I'm getting some value from, or I feel like I'm not wasting my time. When I feel like I wasted my time, I always like feel horrible. Sometimes, you know, I don't value like, or it's not like, you know, if I'm chilling with friends, I'm like, oh wow, I'm wasting my time. It's like if I am actively doing something that I wouldn't want to do for something else, then I feel like I'm wasting my time. That's one of the things I think I need to work on to not be as, you know, irritated by that. Or maybe it's a good quality, so then I value my time more. I'm not sure. Soon we'll see biceps, triceps, leg day training videos on the channel. You probably won't see that. I think that Maybe I'll do some vlogs or some stuff on my More Tag channel just to screw around a little bit more. But yeah, it won't be on this channel. You do your editing yourself? I sometimes do edit my own channel. Like it just depends. It's more so the other channels instead of this one. This one, I really care about the quality. Okay, that didn't have enough HP, so you can activate King Tower usually, but not if it's level 13 and you have level 14 towers. But it is what it is. What's your second channel? It's called More Tag. I also have a Pokemon YouTube channel where I'm going to start doing more unboxings and more like, you know, real life content. When I go to Las Vegas in a couple weeks, I'm going to be spending some money on Pokemon slabs, not for me, but for the business that I'm going to be creating. I can't really like talk about it too much because I don't want it to get yoinked or copied. But yeah, I am going to be spending some money doing some buyer POVs for slabs that will be an investment and something that we're going to be doing. And also, I really like Pokemon slabs, so I get to selfishly like hold on to these slabs for maybe like a week or two before they're sold. Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm doing a lot of different things. What's the most common deck in Grand Champion right now, in your opinion? I don't really play in Grand Champion. I play at Ultimate Champion, like top 1000. I haven't been playing as much recently. Also, we could have activated King Tower with one Piggy. Oh, wait, at level 13, I don't know if we could have, because I'm pretty sure the tower would have killed it. But if it's even levels and your opponent has a Piggy from Mother Witch coming at you, you could actively, legitimately, just win the game. So, it's really funny. All right, we're going to activate King Tower here, finally. Unless that missed it. Oh, my gosh. I think the bat screwed me there. Damn, this is not it. Mr. Ivan. Ivan is cooking. I love you so much, SirTag. Shout, my name is Joey. What's up, Joey? What's going, man? How have been? All right, we're just going to probably drop an Electro Giant. I genuinely think that's just the best option. It kills the skeletons. Gives us counter push. I don't see how this goes wrong. Okay, maybe we went a little bit too wrong, guys. Damn, next guy is vicious with the Evo Bomber at the bridge. All right, all right, all right. He is currently not winning, but he's making me sad, sir. I need to switch here. I think we're fine. We should be able to startle the Sir and fry his witch for sure. I can log the right side. The fireball doesn't even kill my witch, right? Kind of crazy that my witch decides to go on the wrong side, but it was whatever. Damn, this is not great. I mean, how not great is it? That's the question. Don't know how not great it is. I don't think he has Evo Witch, right? Damn, do we just win this battle with the witch out healing the Skeleton King? That just feels so messed up. That unironically just feels so messed up. Wait, is my witch going to win on his side of the arena? Okay, almost. That was kind of insane for a second. I was like, what the hell? How is that thing still alive? And then I remembered. It's an evolution, so it's meant to win you games. All right, we can just throw the Evo Bomber here. I like Evo Bomber so much with Electro Giant. I think that Evo Bomber, comparatively to like a Firecracker and a Dark Goblin, is generally just better. A lot of pro players don't like Evo Bomber, but you always have to have the reality of, hey, number one, Evo Bomber is easier to cycle. It costs 2 elixir. Number 2, you can just kind of drop it at the bridge in the back, and it's not going to worry. You don't really want to drop Dark Goblins at the bridge. Negative, trades will happen so often, but the Bomber generally will force at least 1 or 2 elixir, so you'll get your elixir back. And the other thing about the Evo Bomber is the opponent will typically have to go in for arrows to kill it, or they'll drop 3 elixir. You can't log and kill an Evo Bomber. You can log and kill a Dark Goblin. You can arrows and kill a Firecracker, but the Firecracker will activate King Tower. The Firecracker just isn't as consistent. I feel like Evo Bomber, for every single deck, is way better as like an option comparatively to, Firecracker that doesn't fit in all of the decks in Clash Royale. Firecracker certainly works in a lot of different decks better than Evo Bomber, but consistently, I would say that Evo Bomber is the card that you want to be dropping if you have win conditions that are beatdown decks. Like Evo Bomber is just more consistent as a card. I like it a lot more, and I used to dislike it because they nerfed the double bounce. I was like, this card sucks. But in reality, you're always comparing like the old Evo Bomber to the new one, and the new one's still good. It's just like a shadow of its former self. How's your day going, man? Loving your stream. Dude, honestly, I was a bit stressed today. I didn't have a great day. I looked at my YouTube channel from the last video. I was like super excited about that. And the video that I put so much time and effort into, it just crapped the bed. So I was really disappointed by that. I try to not have things like that disappoint me, but I had really high expectations. And I was like, crap, I messed up. I should have had those expectations. So you live, you learn. You always get grounded by reality when you not necessarily like overextend yourself, but have too high aspirations for something that you can't control. I can't really control what the YouTube algorithm does on that. I can control it's a really good video, but it's just it didn't work. I guess the thumbnail maybe it just wasn't as good as it could have been, or maybe the title wasn't great. So I learned from that. Still good risk, and I'm kind of happy okay with that. But yeah, you know, we have a lot of awesome things that I'm going to be doing tonight. I'm going to be working out. I'm going to, after that, I'm going to try to figure out how to set up my second more tag channel on what I want to do. I think I want to do really high effort thumbnails. And then with those high effort thumbnails, I do lower effort videos more so that are just me yapping and talking. And it'll probably be shorter videos as well. I kind of want to go in that direction and see how that goes. It might go really poorly. It might also do well. We'll have to wait and see if you guys enjoy it or not. But it'll definitely be something that I want to archive for the rest of my life. Of like having like a conversation more so than just yapping and playing Clash Royale and talking about the game. Because the game isn't forever, you know? But I do have you guys enjoying the content that I'm just talking about myself, you know? And that's like building more of a brand, and that's more so an identity instead of an AI just playing Clash Royale 24/7, 365 like I have been. More of a robot. Also trying to be more transparent about that stuff and just telling you guys my goals and what I want to do. Also, I think I just lose. I think I just play like crap. I do also think that the mini P.E.K.K.A. is really tough to beat because it's level 15 and my Electro Giant is not that level. So my Electro Giant is not that guy. We're trying to log everything and that might destroy me. Yeah, that's too much. Also, thanks for the dono. You've already answered, but what's a good replacement if you don't have Evo Witch? Evo Executioner. I mean, yeah, sorry. It's another evolution, right? You could run Evo Bats, Evo Goblin Cage, Evo Cannon, Evo Tesla. Please check the deck. I want to send. I just send it. It works very well. I'm not going to be switching the deck. These are the cards that I have leveled up. I just use my boost potion. So this is the deck that I'm going to be playing. If you guys have different decks, you can always recommend them in the comment section, and maybe other people will be able to check them out if they want to. But what I'd recommend is playing a deck that, whether it's Graveyard or Electro Giant or Golem, something that you have leveled up. Because you're not going to have every single card, every single thing leveled up, you know? Not how it is. You need Balloon Evo. The balloon's just going to hit 2 times at the same time. It's going to be like double bang. You know, boom, boom. It's going to do the double edge. I don't know, man. It's not going to be fun to play into if they do stuff like that. Damn. Wow, he fireballed it. Okay, that's good. I'll take that. I'll be honest. After the first game, I stopped watching. Yeah, it happens. The first game was like a longer game that I lost. That makes sense as well. That's part of the reason why most YouTubers don't put losses in their videos. But I just didn't want to cut it out, you know? I also wanted it to be like an authentic experience. If I matched into someone that beat me, right? I wanted to put it in the video and just have it be a little bit more real on that end. You're probably right. Honestly, if you lose a game, people typically stop watching the video. That is a reality and analytic. And I kind of went against that rule, and then I got punished for it. So, you know, it is what it is. That's why a lot of YouTubers don't do that. But I decided to put it in the loss. All right, all right. Sorry, bro, but you're running on fumes? I'm not running on fumes. I'm actually I got 10 hours of sleep, and yeah, I'm feeling really good. Is this a Smurf account? Why are you level 14? Yes, it is a Smurf account. No skills, Golem ASAP. Yeah, Golem's pretty strong. Golem's pretty strong. I think Electro Giant is also really good as well because it counters Witch, counters Executioner, it counters Electro Dragon. If you pull units into the Electro Giant, it's going to be a bit better than running a Golem deck where the Golem just doesn't do that, you know? Golem can't make that work. What's the biggest donut that you've ever received? I've gotten like $500 donations, which were just insane, man. Super, super cool. All right, so we can lightning on this. It won't kill. Yeah, it won't kill. So I think we don't do that. I think we just like let it go. We're just going to throw down an E-Giant, drop our evolved Witch as soon as we possibly can. Maybe kill the Executioner. And then lightning on offense instead. Orient our offense a little bit better than worrying too much about defense here. I could have also cycled guards in the middle, and that would have been able to tank for the Witch for a little bit more damage. But if he's bad and he balloons, we just tornado to the King Tower. Usually. Okay, so let's just go guards here. We could plop down another Electro Giant. That does go to the King Tower. He's not going to be able to 3-crown me with that. So I think it would be kind of silly for this guy to do anything besides freeze on defense. That was a good freeze. It will kill the Electro Giant. But at the same time, now he has to deal with an Evolved Witch, a Lightning, all the shenanigans that we have here. It's a lot of stuff to deal with, man. I think we just win with the skeletons because the witch will just get tanked for. All we need is a little bit of love, and then we'll lightning and win the game. The fireball heals up the evolved witch, and it looks like we win. Oh, I do not know why this is not charging. 1 second, guys. It should be charging now. Take a quick gander. 1 sec, 1 sec. I'm just going to make sure everything's okay. As we keep going. A black screen for a sec. Yeah, we're charging, we're charging, we're charging. Chilling. Alright. Give me something good, game! Damn, rascals. Nothing good. I do want more stuff. I want more good stuff. Cannon's good. 1. Oh, man, we got absolutely cooked with the terrible, terrible drops. Those suck. We get anything good here? Okay, we get some stuff along the way. Getting some more drops. Nice, nice, nice. We take those. Let's get some stuff. Yeah, I'm thankful that they do game modes like this, but I'm also completely convinced that most people don't even know that these game modes are here. You know? 90% of people will look at this and they'll just be like, what? Where was this? Like, y'all were even asking. Y'all, a lot of you didn't even know that this is a reality. Like, you have to go here, and it's at the very bottom, right under Path of Legends, if you guys are wondering. Keep moving forward. Yes, sir. I have Evo Bomber, Evo Tesla, pack of skeletons in that. Which one should I use? I would definitely use Evo Bomber. I think Evo Bomber is probably the best one. If you have Evo Tesla, I think I would use that as well. Evo Tesla, Evo Bomber, probably. I think that's fine. So then you have more anti-air defense. So then you don't lose to all these balloon players. I think it's just going to be a nice safety net for you. I'll eat this damage. I could have nadoed it back. I just don't think that's going to get more than one hit. So I just let it happen. Rather save our tornado with our electro giant. Also, I don't know. Maybe he responds to the witch. Looks like he won't. He's just going to eat the damage instead, unfortunately. So we're currently like losing by a little bit, but we're up a little bit of damage from the elixir. Sorry, we're up a little bit of elixir while he's up damage. We just throw down our E-Giant, drop our bomber, just keep going. Do you get anything for 30 skulls? I think you end up getting some extra rewards. That's generally what I saw on the pathway. It's generally just rewards the entire way through, my guy. Okay, great lightning value. Holy hell, that is level 11 Mini P.E.K.K.A, so he's just going to lose. Game is definitely ours. Especially with Tornado into the Bomber and the Electro Giant at the same time. Holy, this guy's just gone. Goodbye. How do people play Clash Royale on PC? I'm slowly trying to put it on desktop, and it says I can't install it. I wouldn't recommend that. Anyone that's playing on PC likely will get banned. If you do it on BlueStacks and stuff like that, unless there's a actual pathway and a client that Clash Royale allows for, there might be a client that Clash Royale allows for, but I wouldn't recommend doing it on BlueStacks or anything. If anyone says BlueStacks or an emulator, you could get banned. You have to like download it through Clash Royale and then play through Clash Royale. There might be a way to do that. I'm not sure though. I didn't know this game mode was till now. You're using your deck. I got 8 wins in a row. I'm just a mediocre player, loving your deck. Love your channel and just found you yesterday. Thank you, man. I'm blessed to have someone like you in the community that just found the channel. Honestly, I would say most people already know who I am. So you either like me or don't. The fact that we're still getting new people is pretty cool. Thank you, man. You have to download through Google Play on PC, then download Clash. Oh, okay. So I guess you can do that. If you download Google Play on PC and then download Clash, that works. Didn't know that. Thanks for It Snipes for telling us how to make it happen. You can play Clash legit on Google Play. Okay, then do that. Yeah. Play Clash legitimately on Google Play. Do not do BlueStacks. Would not do BlueStacks. Wow, we hit skeletons. Kind of insane. Not like it matters though. And honestly, I kind of want to get more rewards on this account. I want to get Pass Royale maxed out, so that'd be cool. Go skeleton army here. I can pull the balloon to the king tower, and then I can go guards on top of the executioner. So I think we're fine. You always have to let the balloon hit the tower once before you go for the NATO. You don't know now, you know. And then we could lightning and then hit the electro wizard, the tower, and also the king tower. The more towers you preserve, the better it is for your Pass Royale as well. Pass Royale is calculated by on how many towers you preserve, how many towers you take. So yeah, you want to take as many as you can and lose the least amount. Been watching forever. How do you feel about Evo Executioner? I'd say it's like a top 10, top 15 evolution in the game. There's 32 evolutions. I think Executioner is top 10, top 15. Last Thursday, I finished my senior presentation for judges and I passed. Are you proud of me? Dude, I am. That stuff is really grueling and difficult. Whenever you're having to present in front of a lot of people, and maybe it's your first time, or maybe it's not your job, you know, like it's my job to like talk and, you know, yap and do that in front of a lot of people. But I can tell you with 100% certainty, when I was in a group of like, I don't know, 200 people watching me, and it was at a tournament and there were a lot of other people watching as well, it was scary, bro. It's not easy to be in front of a lot of people at the same time, and especially when you're under pressure and, you know, there's a result that you need to achieve. Congrats, man. Congrats on making it happen. Sending all the love all the way from Wales and UK. Been watching at nearly 3 a.m. and 8 in the morning. Dude, thanks for staying on and watching me. Blessed, brother. Play global tournament. I will do global tournament. I'm going to do 2 different streams, though, because the way that YouTube works is you don't want to, like, do this different stuff in the same stream. Otherwise, people get clickbaited by that. So I'm going to do 2 different streams. I plan on working out and eating in between, but I wanted to beat this all in one stream with you guys. Where do you rank Evo Mortar? It's at the end. Evo Mortar kind of sucks right now. I'll have an entire tier list, and it'll be based off of power level, based off of how good it is in the meta, and pro sentiment. So basically, like, how good is it in the meta? How strong is the actual card? And then what do pro players think? So, power level, I guess, could be win rate or something like that. I'll do one very, very soon. I'll make that in the next couple days. I would say Evo Mortar is really bad right now, because a lot of decks that run Evo Witch can't necessarily fit Evo Mortar in there as well, and like Lightning or something to counter your opponent's Evo Witches. It's difficult. So I don't know, man. I think that Evo Mortar is just not in a good spot at all. I think it's definitely one of the worst evolutions in the game. It's super unfortunate. It's a good card, but in this particular meta, it drags it down hard. Hello, Sir Tag. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well too, sir. Sir Shavs. Was stressful? Yeah, man, it must have been. I can't imagine going through that. That's rough. Hog Rider. Yes, sir. Also, if you guys are enjoying the stream, definitely drop a like. Helps me out a lot. And yeah, trying to grow the channel, trying to do more stuff. Dropping a like helps out in a big way. All right, we're going to log here. We're likely just chilling here. Probably just go guards. Oh, hell yeah. We eat that up. Mortar always holds a place in the meta, does it not? It does. It's just not that good right now. It works, but you have to be a Mortar main for it to work well. I don't think that Mortar right now is very good at all. A lot of Mortar decks, if I am playing Mortar, I typically like playing it with arrows and a lot of other bait cards. And right now, if you're running Mortar, arrows, and a lot of bait cards, you just lose to Evolved Witch. It's super hard to make work. Like very, 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 very difficult to make work into Evolved Witch. That's the problem, man. I don't want to sugarcoat it or say like things that are inaccurate. I'd love for Mortar to be super good, but it's bottom of the barrel right now. How often do you stream? I'm going to try to stream every single day. Right now I've been streaming every other day. Sometimes I've been streaming twice a day. If I stream every other day, but on average, I want to stream every day. The only time I won't be able to is if I'm doing business trips and I'm going somewhere. For instance, I'm starting to go to more card shows. I'm going to go to Las Vegas, which will be coming up very soon at Front Row. I'm very stoked for that. And then after that, I think I'll be trying to stream very, very consistently. I'm also going to try to stream on multiple other platforms and push more people to join this YouTube channel. We'll see if that works. It might fail colossally, but at worst, it doesn't work out, and then it doesn't even matter, you know? Those are the type of risks that I like. For instance, if people gamble or whatever, and you're doing like a coin flip, and it's 50-50 chances of it working or not working. Those scare the hell out of me. Like, I just can't. In good faith that I always lose those, and I just don't feel great about it. I might do it for content because people like it, but I probably won't too often. For the most part, the risks that I like taking are like, you don't lose anything, and you gain a lot if it works out. So hopefully, you know, if I stream and like spend my time to push more people to this YouTube channel, might not work out, but at worst, I lose nothing really. Also, Harry Goat, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Wait, I love his name. What a sick name. What a sick name. The Harry Goat, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Blessed, brother, blessed. Guys, get some love in the chat for the hairiest of goats with a beautiful dog in the banner. We are so blessed right now, brother. Thank you. What's up? How's your day? You seem pretty sad. I was pretty sad earlier today. Yeah, 100%. Feeling really good right now. Pretty happy. Can't lie, man. Also, having good vibes on stream just makes me even better spot and happier in general. So, it is what it is, brother. I was a little bit sad because of the YouTube video performance on the last video. But other than that, nah, man. Doing pretty well. When's your last Mega Knight deck coming out? Ooh, I made Mega Knight videos back to back, and I got so much hate for that. So probably gonna stay clear. I'm gonna stay Mega Knight sober for a while, my guy. I won't be indulging in those devices for a bit. You still benefit if I use creator code SirTag? Yeah, 100%. I should work at a dump, says Lefty Gear. I mean, you can work wherever you want, my guy. W Harry Goat, I'm sorry that your video didn't go well. Wishing you all luck in your videos. Yeah, I mean, you guys don't even have to feel bad about it. I shouldn't feel bad about it as well. It's a calculated risk, you know? If it works, it does. If it doesn't, it does. It's still like, if it doesn't, it's still fine, you know? It's not the end of the world or anything. Go back to the regularly performing content of putting out good videos on good decks. What about the account with any purchases? Strictly only earned cards. Yeah, so basically if you use creator code SirTag and you make purchases in game, then it helps out. Also, if you go to the Supercell platform, there's like the ability for you to spend money through like their website and you get a little bit of a discount. That also helps me out as well. So wherever you want to do it, it still works. Who knew goats were so nice? Goats are goated. You know, what were they? The camels. So I was looking at camels and I was enjoying just the compilations of them spitting in people's faces. Cause I was like, man, these camels are so beautiful or whatever. And I looked at my interaction with camels compared to the interactions that you see other people have with camels. And it's drastically different. It's hilarious how I got a good interaction and most people do not at all. Also, tornado in here is going to be clutch. Yeah, I'm going to NATO this. And doesn't even die. Just 9 win. 9 win. Look at that. Look at the evolved witch. Oh, she is precious. She's devious in every way. She's a wonderful individual. She's going to be the way I win. I'm going to say the way I won, but I haven't won yet. Oh, man, I want to win so bad. Let me cook, Clash. Let me cook. All right, if we lightning here, we hit the bomber too. Hallelujah. Oh, she is so back. Wow, we ransacked a P.E.K.K.A Executioner. When the Executioner is level 15, she's still alive. She's still out here. See, this deck, it's good. Trust, guys. We got guards, and we also have Skeleton Army. And the only thing that we needed on defense is really a Evolved Witch. Maybe Electro Giant against air cards. If they got Balloon, you just activate King Tower with NATO. Man, I built a good deck for this. Hell yeah. The dump pays good money in Canada tag. Dude, you would think that a lot of jobs wouldn't make a lot of money, and they do. For instance, if you do Pokemon Rip and Ship, and you are... So I've been looking at the Pokemon business in general. I'm not going to do this. But if you are at a, you know, Rip and Ship business, and you are just literally opening up Pokemon cards for viewers on stream, a lot of businesses will pay the people that are opening up the cards over $100,000 a year. Isn't that insane? Opening up Pokemon cards on stream, because it's so ridiculously profitable for the Rip and Ship people, they are paying over $100,000 a year to those people. And there's no college education or anything needed. You literally just open up Pokemon cards for people. That's kind of ridiculous. A little bit insane. So there's some crazy jobs. And then things that require like a formal education, like special needs teaching in Florida, you just get paid nothing. I think you get paid like $30K to $40K a year comparatively to, you know, the people that are making an absolute bank on those absurd jobs. You should play Goblinstein with Graveyard Poison. It's the easiest deck. That would work. I mean, it's definitely not bad. I think you're right on that. I mean, I think it's a good option for sure. Goblinstein with Graveyard Poison would work for sure because the Goblinstein cleans up a lot of the witches and all of the bait cards. It can even do pretty well against Executioner. And then obviously you're going to have another small tank. But with the cards that I currently have leveled up and the deck that I thought would be the easiest to play because you want to use Evolved Witch and Skeleton Army and all these cards that, you know, work pretty well together. I just like really want to play Electro Giant since the only card I really had to boost was E-Giant and then maybe Lightning or something. I only had to boost 2 cards there. I think with a Goblin Giant Graveyard deck or Goblinstein Graveyard deck, I might have had to boost way more cards to make that work. So it depends on what your deck is comprised of. It depends on what cards you have leveled up. For me personally, this is the easiest deck with the least amount of resources to level up. And maybe for a lot of you guys too. This will probably take very limited resources to level up. But what's so special about this game mode anyway? It's not that special. The only thing that's special is you get rewards by beating it. So it's worth doing on free-to-play accounts. Camels love lemons. Some of them don't mind, but definitely aren't all fans. And they will eat the bidet. I literally read bidet. I will eat the biddy. The biggest thorns cactus ever. They'll eat cactus thorns? Yo, what are they doing? I guess camels aren't that smart. They really did look exceptionally derpy. So that'd be funny to watch them eat thorned cactuses as long as it didn't hurt them. Or as long as they didn't spit it in my face. Apparently, if camels get pissed at you, they either kick or spit. They're not always the nicest. Our modern society is so screwed, says Justin. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in the world that you're like, what the heck is happening? But, you know, you can't really live that type of way and get too upset about that type of stuff. Otherwise, you're going to be sad no matter what. For instance, if you look at the news all the time, there's no doubt in my mind that your life is going to be absolutely miserable. They never report on good things on news. They're always trying to report on the worst possible stuff. So then it gets your attention. It keeps you activated and engaged. For instance, when things are super controversial, a lot of times it will get shared. A lot of times it will get like broadcasted to more people. People will try to cancel it or whatever. And when there's more eyes on it, then they do well. For instance, Aiden Ross. I do not think he is even remotely fun to watch or a good content creator in the slightest. And bro gets so many views because he's controversial, and then, you know, people love being around that. So it is what it is. That's just an example of like content in general. A lot of times people will get a lot of views or do extremely well just doing really insane stuff. I think, like, you know, it is what it is. It's also a self-fulfilling prophecy too. For instance, if you do really well and you get a lot of views, or you're okay, for instance, if you're good at something, you get a lot of views, people will assume that you're someone that's worth watching because other people are watching them as well. It's the same thing as a Reddit upvoted comment. If you see something upvoted a lot, you'll assume that, hey, this is pretty good, so I'm going to watch this, or I'm going to like listen to this advice. Most people don't think independently from the masses, and that's a bad thing. You always want to, you know, make sure that you are making your own decisions and not influenced by others as much. I mean, I'm always influenced by price as well. Like if something costs more, generally I assume, oh, because it costs more, it's better value than other things. But that's not how it is. And I always had to retrain my brain for the past couple of years when I'm like looking for things. I'm always looking at reviews. I'm doing more research instead of just looking at the price and being like, oh yeah, no, this has got more reviews on Amazon. It's got like, you know, a good amount of, a good price compared to the other one. Like, you know, this one's probably better. But it's not how it is. So I don't know. It's there's a lot of confounding variables that people get influenced by that it shouldn't be, and people definitely feel like sheep more often than they should be, for sure. Yeah, modern society, there are things wrong with me and the world and pretty much everyone. Not everyone should have the attention span that we have as well. Like my brain rot attention span of looking at something for more than 5 seconds and then being like, oh, I'm already like bored. I want to do something else. It's not good. That $5 bag of Doritos. Oh my God, man. Yeah. Yeah, no, the prices have went up so much on stuff. I suggest you to watch. Okay. Yeah. You've said that many times. I didn't even know who that was until you guys, you know, kept spamming it. And I looked at it. I was like, okay, that's not great. Hype sells more than quality. Yeah, hype does sell more than quality. Also, for instance, like the Logan Paul and I don't remember. Basically, a whole bunch of influencers got together and they opened up base set booster boxes, which cost like, you know, tens of thousands of dollars. And I think Aiden Ross is just disrespectful towards the cards, even though they cost a lot of money, and people would like love to open those type of things, like opening up base set Pokemon cards. Like, oh, this is not worth much, and he just like threw it, like put it down, and just like not caring about it. Still worth so much money. It's like worth $20 per holo card at least, bare minimum. And then they would be gradable at like 9 or 8, so they'd be worth even more. But he just was super disrespectful, and he didn't really care like about anything because he had so much money. And people watch it because he's doing something that not many people can do. But in reality, like the personality was just so disgusting to watch that happen. I was like, man, I wish we could have watched someone actually enjoy the cards, opening them, instead of watching someone that's just like super rich, not care about the cards, and then open them and then disrespect them. I want to live comfortably growing mushrooms and then selling them to hungry people, says Justin. Dude, you sound like straight out of like a Disney book or something. Feel bad for the kids who would have been happy to open the Pokemon cards and then they get scalped. Oh yeah, that too. That stuff sucks. That straight up sucks, man. It's insane how expensive stuff is. Part of the cards, yes sir. Great content, top tier editing. Also refreshing to have someone your age with great integrity. Proud of you, kid. Thanks, man. I'm just, you know, trying to get better at creating content too. There's a lot of stuff that I need to improve at. Are you a big Pokemon fan? Yes, huge Pokemon fan. There's a reason pack cracking like that is lame. Yeah, pack cracking like that generally, like, you won't make your money back, but it's the thrill of opening up the cards and having the card that you wanted. Won't necessarily be in the pack, but it'll be a story, you know? If you open up packs, you're not going to hit the cards that you want more times than not, but it'll be a card that you opened. You'll have that story. You'll have that memory. You'll have that experience. For instance, I graded these myself. I graded this like Mewtwo. It's worth like $200. If someone offered me 300 bucks, I don't think I'd ever take it, just because I got this myself and then I graded it. And it's something that, you know, like I'm not gonna ever forget that. There was a whole bunch of the ones I bought from TCG Player, and then I graded those, and those don't really matter that much to me, but they do matter more to me than a card that I would just straight up buy that's a PSA 10. Having the experience where you like super appreciate something because it's a memory for you. Yeah, I don't know. This card means way more to me than the actual value of the card for other people, you know? Even if it was a 9, it would matter so much to me, because I'll remember that day that like I went on the Costco website, I ordered it. It came and I rushed down to my apartment all the way down to the bottom floor, and then like waited for the person to deliver it, opened it up, saw that it was like potentially gradable, and then opened like a PSA submission immediately. I was just like so happy that I got one of the cards I wanted. So I don't know, stuff like that happens all the time, and yeah, that's part of the reason I like Pokemon so much, is like if you are able to pull a card that you want, or if you are able to have something that you just really appreciate, it like makes me smile every single time I look at it. It's in the corner right next to my recording situation here, and yeah, I don't know, that's one of the things I like. Also, this little derpy Pikachu, I got this thing at a I got this at, ooh, I think it was like in the Space Needle. It's the Space Needle. There was a Christmas, yeah, there was a Christmas celebration, like a German festival, and this girl was selling overpriced like Pikachus and little small Pokemon creations, and this was like around $27. But I bought it because it made me so happy. I was just like, damn, this is like one of the coolest things ever. Even though like obviously it's not worth that, it made me really happy, and it's a memory where I had with my friend Chris. We were just chilling and going around the entire, like, I don't know, we're enjoying a German festival, German Christmas festival, and I'll always be able to remember it because of this little memorabilia moment. So I don't know, at least for Pokemon cards, for me, it's more than just like a card. It's a memory, and I super value those. A lot of people, yeah, a lot of people like throw cards away and or like, you know, disrespect them if they're not worth a lot of money, which I really dislike. Anyway, what's the best substitute for not having Evo Witch? I think I've answered this a lot. Evo Executioner is probably the best, but you're probably not going to have it because it's another pay-to-win card that like was released before. It's actually not that pay-to-win. Evo Executioner is like not like game-defining. It's one of the best ones in the game. It's like top 10, top 15 evolutions in the game, and it counters Evo Witch decently, but still Evo Witch kind of out-heals it, so I'd say Evo Executioner. I sent Pokemon cards for coworkers before leaving last job. Oh, that's so cool. That's actually sick. How much average rent for the apartment in Seattle? It's like $2,000. It's a lot of money. Seattle rent is insane. $2,000 for, you know, a good spot, like a really good apartment. It's a lot of money, man. It's a ton of money. In Boston, it actually was more. I couldn't afford to go to Boston. I wanted to go back, and I literally could not. The spot that I wanted to go to, I literally could not afford. I was looking at it, I was like, bruh. I was talking to my mom, my dad, and I was like, yeah, I literally can't afford to go back because the rent was so high in the areas. It was insane. Like the parking garage in Boston that I was looking at was like $400 to $500 a month. And I was just like, how is this real? How can people afford that? That's just insane. Because there's just such limited capacity in Boston because of all the schools. Everyone wants to live there. The prices are just so high. I guess Cambridge right now, they're allowing you to start to build like 3-story apartments. for the townhouses. Or I don't know if that's fake news or if that's real or not. But yeah, they're starting to allow you to actually build a little bit more because Boston's an older city. They don't want you to develop too much because they want to still have that semblance of, you know, I don't know. That old factor where people look at it and they're like, it's still rustic. It's still like cool. They don't want to have skyscrapers like in New York or in Seattle. So they don't want to have that type of vibe, at least in Cambridge. So now in Cambridge, there's going to be a little bit more land to work with. Hopefully the prices go down, but yeah, you never know. What state are you in? I'm in Washington. I'm in Seattle right now. What's your favorite Pokemon, Mr. Tag? Mankey. Mankey is my favorite. I enjoy videos of painting Pokemon cards into full art. Yes, those are so cool. I really like the Umbreon card from Evolving Skies. A big Pokemon fan. Yeah, that one's actually sick, but the population count on that is super, super high. So it fluctuates a lot. When you have a lot of population of a specific card, then obviously price for anything is like demand and also the you know, the count of the card. So if supply and demand, this demand is really high, but the supply is also super high, then it's fine. But if the supply stays the same and the demand goes down because like maybe economic factors or something, that card can crash so hard. So I think buying that would be really risky ever. Like if you get the Moonbreon, it's a card that I typically stay away from as well. I've been offered it at 80% of its price, and I just didn't want to pick it up because it costs too much money, and it's something that could very much, like for me, if I was doing a Pokemon business or something like that, it's not something that's like as safe as a different investment of a card that I would like, you know? So a lot of times when you're selling and buying slabs, you also want to not only pick up cards that you like because it's fun for you, but also probably don't pick something that's going to tank like, you know, 30% in a couple days. It's just scary as heck for me. Historic cities, rent is going up everywhere. Soon, something's going to give. Yeah, hopefully, man. I hope that rent goes down. I super hope so. I'm in Rome and from the Philippines. Great to catch you live. Damn, dude. You got to be a gladiator out here, right? Oh, man. I got to do the Space Needle once. It was a blurry memory, but did the saucer spin around or up or move down? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't think it does. I mean, it can go up and down for sure because people pay to go to the very top of it and then get an overview of the city, and it's an awesome experience. It is definitely overpriced, but it is an experience if you ever get the ability to go there. It's probably worth it. Going to Pike Place is also really nice as well. Depends on what you value. Been watching for 5 years now, says Tavia. Hell yeah. Thank you for stopping by the stream again. And hopefully many more years to come. Have you been to Spokane? Yes, I have. There's definitely been some Pokemon shows there. Spokane, Washington. I think I've been there a couple times. Going against a lot of Expo and Mortar, it's pretty boring. A lot of good decks to play in the building, seems. Yeah, there's a lot of Expo because it finished #1 in the world. So most people that play Expo are just trying to play it as much as they freaking can, man. That's just how it is. People are sheep a lot of times in Clash Royale. If they see a deck work well, they're going to play it. And then, you know, they're going to get results. You can't even complain about people doing that. Sometimes they just want to win, right? Like, for instance, if you guys played the old Pokemon games or, you know, video games that had walkthrough guides, I went to eBay Games, and I would always buy the walkthrough for the Pokemon, like, Emerald, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. And I have this big book. And I always looked at like, oh, what Pokemon can I get? What are the Elite Four like? And I would just figure out how to win. And I would see someone else beat it in the walkthrough, and then I would copy that. And that's probably the same thing that people do. They see the #1 player in the world popping off with Expo, so they're just going to play the deck that works really well for that guy. And maybe they're going to try to learn it. But in reality, I don't think that Expo is that fun of a deck to play. It makes the games go 5-6 minutes every time. I personally wish that it would never get, you know, any popularity or strength, but it is what it is. Washington got that wet weather. Yes, sir. We are playing in a puddle playground, brother. That is, we are in a slimy puddle playground. If you guys want to see the most historic, most magical, most, I don't know, impressive, serene experience, you gotta go and jump around in the puddles of Washington that appear every single day. I remember taking a Halo Reach guide to school to read when I got bored. Oh, I thought you were going to do it for like, you know how they give you reading assignments, or at least in like middle school, grade school, they're like, oh, break out your book and start reading. If you pulled that out and started reading the Halo Reach thing, that would be hilarious. Dude, I would love to see the look on your teacher's face. A lot of times people would grab cartoons or comics and then do that instead. And the teachers would flip the crap on them. They would just be so angry. It was funny. I definitely did it on like 1 or 2 occasions just to mess with my teacher. I thought it was like fun. And yeah, the teacher was like, get that out of my face. That is a book that you're going to read if you aren't going to go to college. I'm like, well, I don't know, teacher. Mrs. Smith, I'm only in 3rd grade. I don't know if I want to go to school. So yeah, it was pretty funny. Bro have humiliated me. I finished top 800 for the first time, but now I'm learning a new archetype with have a pro coaching me, but I won't make top 3K right now. Any advice on speed learning the new curve? Yeah, I mean, it's just playing a lot of games. That's just genuinely what it is. It also depends on what pro you have coaching you. Obviously, some pros are better than others. It makes sense if you are finding someone that's like very good with the specific deck. I think that's going to be your best course of action. If someone has memorized every single interaction with a very specific deck, that would be the best coach to have, because then they just tell you what to do and what not to do, and that speed runs it and makes it easier. I'd recommend that compared to having like a good pro that knows mechanics. For instance, if you get someone that's just good at the game, that's overwhelmingly intelligent and just understands a lot of interactions, they're probably not going to know like, oh, when you're playing Golem versus Lavahound Balloon, you want to start with your Electro Dragon in the back and then go Golem to tank for the Lavahound pops and the support cards afterward. And if they lightning or do anything to Electro Dragon, you're probably going to get back to another one. Like, stuff like that. A lot of pro players might not know because they haven't mastered that very specific matchup in that situation, and they won't be able to tell you how to play that deck. So I'd recommend like finding a pro player that knows that deck like the back of their hand, very good with that one specific deck. Hopefully that helps you out, man. Teacher said do better, and I wind up in construction. She said I'd never make 100K a year doing it. Dude, I'm so proud of you. That's the thing, man. A lot of times people just have a pencil up their butt and they're like, this is the only way that you can make things work in the world. And they won't ever understand or be happy for you, or they'll discredit your success. And I'm so happy for you, man. I can't contain my excitement hearing that, because at least for me, man, I also had that as well with a lot of different things. I tried to make YouTube work, right? And it did work. It worked really, really well. But my grandma, for instance, and then some other people in my life, like at younger stages, were just like, this is the worst thing you could ever do. This is like such a failure job. Like, you're such a loser for doing this. They didn't all actively say that, but some people said it behind my backs and or like, you know, actively, you know, had that type of vibe where it was very, very harsh. And it was so cool to prove them wrong and get like 500,000 subscribers and have that happen in a year. And if they ever looked back at it, not my grandma, because she didn't really understand technology, but other people, like, if they look back at it and they saw that, they'd be like, what the hell? Or sometimes they would reach out to me and they'd be like, oh, Jake, you want to catch up? And I just like never responded to them. I thought it was pretty funny. You never want to be mean to people, but yeah, I think they got the message that I knew that they didn't respect it. And then when it was successful, you know, if they want to talk to me about it or whatever, it's like, nah, dude, screw off. Not someone I ever am interested in. It's always a good motivational thing too. If people think that you can't do something and then you do it, it's a really cool thing. You should never do that to, like, you know, prove other people wrong. It should always be for yourself, but it is a nice added bonus. I'm curious on success rate of YouTuber hitting 100K subs. It's really, really hard to do. You kind of have to be lucky to reach 100,000 subscribers. You also probably have to create good content and be at the right niche. Like, you can create content that's phenomenal in like League of Legends Wild Rift, and you will get like negative views and it will not matter. So it depends on like what niche you're exploring and where you're going for and what you're doing. So I just wanted to like make it 100% crystal clear. Like, some people get spawned in with an unfair advantage. Also, another thing that you can look at is like, if you have a big YouTuber, like if I collabed with Sunday and I used Sunday's image and I got more views, then I could grow so much faster. Like, when I started and I used Clash with Ash, he helped me get more subscribers, more views, and more everything. Because of him, I was semi-successful in YouTube at the very start without doing anything. Without him, I would not have had the success that I had. I can say a 100% crystal clear. Without Clash with Ash, I would have not been even remotely where I am on YouTube, where I am right now. Also, did we save our tower? Nah, that's kind of close though. Try not to lose this game. Same thing with like Jinxie right now. If a lot of those YouTubers that are collabing with them, they realize how big of an opportunity it is, so they want to collab with them a lot, you know? Just, it's a smart thing to do if you're trying to get views. Kind of an unfair cheat code, you know? Definitely a bit of an unfair cheat code. All right, we have to go bomber here. I think we're okay. Guy did emote me, so I gotta wisen up and win, you know? I show him who's boss out here. Assert our dominance. You always say in every video. All right, so I'm gonna try a lot harder. He's got level 15 stuff too. It's a little bit annoying. Mother Witch is obnoxious, but it's very winnable if we get a good lightning. I'm gonna adjust and lightning on units instead. I think that's just objectively better. Damn, I messed up. Maybe not the worst. Alright, we really want to cook this guy. I'm dead. It just followed the witch skeletons instead of the other thing, so I just lose. We're at 1 HP, guys! Can the bomb not kill us? Damn. Damn. Less than 1% of YouTubers will always hit 100K, despite trying very hard? Yes. Less than 1% of YouTubers. Way less than 100%. Or way less than 1%. I'm curious. Limiting beliefs are bad? Yeah. I mean, I think that when people think that, like, you're not going to accomplish something, if they say it harshly, they're trying to save you from wasting your time. So I think that's, like, the place that some of the people were coming from. But, you know, sometimes the way that people say things definitely isn't the nicest. All right. Always helps to know a guy that knows a guy. Yeah, exactly. Love CWA? Yes. Jinxie's energy is nuts, though. Yeah, he's a good guy. I like Jinxie. I actually like him. Based off of the things that I've seen. I actually don't know him as a person, but the stuff online that I've seen, I like him as a person. Seems like a good guy. I think Twitch making less than 1%, and who makes... Yeah, you make zero money on Twitch. Twitch is pretty much impossible to make money off of. Unless... well, there is a pathway to make money. And it's through you guys. Like, if you guys donate and subscribe and do all that, then Twitch streamers can make all their money. But think of it from this perspective. If you make all of your money from Twitch, like, donations and Twitch subs and all that, it feels kind of bad because, you know, at a certain point, those people that are making, you know, let's say they have 5,000 subscribers. They're making, I don't know, 10K a month. That's a lot of money. To have that and then get that money and then be like, hey, I'm making money off of people that probably don't make as much as me, and I'm asking for donations, asking for sub trains, asking for that type of stuff. I don't know, like, why would anyone donating to Ludwig or donating to, like, Pokimane, for instance, right? A lot of people do that. It's just a lot of money, you know, a lot of money that they don't even need, you know. Twitch is a bad discovery platform. You get big outside of Twitch. Yeah, Twitch has a very bad discovery platform. Ooh, we're in 8 of this. Dylan. P.E.K.K.A sucks as a card. It's just really bad. Let me do this and then throw down a bomber. The log. That was mid too. That was not my best work. I tried. It just didn't work. I do think I want Electro Giant and Lightning. It seems really silly, but it probably works if he drops anything else nearby. The fact that he has Mini P.E.K.K.A and Tesla, just, you know, tickling me a little bit. Tickling me a little bit, you know? Trying to be a tickly sir. Alright, so hopefully we can triumph into this. This guy is saying well played, so he thinks he's won the game. Not the nicest lad, you know? Not the nicest lad. That's all I'm going to say. Guards kills. The one goblin should die to the King Tower, so we're fine. This matchup is kind of mid, though. We want to cycle more Evo Bombers and get value that way. So this guy definitely hard counters the hell out of us. It's just, you know, with a casual Clash Royale experience. Boom. Now I'd win. Alright, so I think we want to cycle to another Evolved Witch and maybe go opposite lane with an Electro Giant because you just cycled a P.E.K.K.A. We might win this, actually. Unironically, this guy might have cooked himself. Yeah, no, he's not very smart. He's not very good. He's pretty bad at this game based off of what we just saw there. That was insane. All right, we're tornado this in. It was pretty funny that he BM'd me, though. I do think that is hilarious. He might Goblin Curse, but he's still going to lose all his stuff. We have logs, so we're fine. What's that Goblin Curse, brother? What is that Goblin Curse, brother? Is he going to give up? Yo! Give him the 21 emote. I don't do this often, but bro thought he won, so we had to assert our dominance there. I'm at 100 wins. I just realized probably wouldn't be anything special. What are you doing? You're telling me you went through this game mode and did 100 wins. There's no shot, dude. There's no shot you did that to yourself. Wait, is there any reason for me to get 30? Wait, is there any reason for me to get 30? I don't think there's any reason for me to get 30. I think we did it. I think we're already done. There's no achievement when you hit 30. I'm done. I'm not going to go to 30. I'm just going to do 15. Let's collect our rewards. Dominance asserted? Yes. Yes, we did it. There's no reason to even do 30. That's hilarious. What are they doing? Why are there no rewards here? What? Isn't that awesome? Maybe a badge? No, there's no badge. I talked to them. There was no badge. I like asked them in super. Maybe they'll add a badge. Maybe they'll add a badge. They told me earlier there probably won't be a badge. Not sure though. I think it's just the 15 wins and you collect the rewards. So if there's a badge and they lied to me, we're gonna throw hands. Throw hands. L mode. I mean, hey, we got a lot of rewards and this helps my mini account for sure, but definitely not that good, eh? You can play a little bit of ladder here on this account. We want to level it up as much as we can. Play some ladder. Crazy statement? Oh, yes. It's insane. Preposterous to see, brother. Already watched the Indie Cross. It's a good YouTube animation series. I don't know what that is. Hopefully that's not bad. Hopefully that's something not horrible. Sometimes I read stuff. I don't know what it is. And then I say it out loud. And then you guys are like, Jake, why did you say that? It's because I'm not cultured. I'm not cultured like you guys. I'm not clean with it. All right, so we're going to go and pop open more chests here. Pop some tags. Trying to max this account as much as we possibly can. Bring back touchdown. Yeah, no, dude, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Give me something good, game. All right, well, we're obviously picking the cards that we don't have maxed out. Vicious Bush is it. We should have probably picked recruits. Well, not gonna lie. Recruits are probably my spirit animal here. I don't know why I did that to myself. Well, we're going to take the Ram Rider. Do we get a champion, dudes? Do we get a champion? Yes! Yes! Oh my god, it worked. We just had to beg a little bit, you know? It's a little bit of begging. And then Clash Royale is like, you peasant. We deliver you one present. Damn. Clash rewards are government promises. Yeah, no, we're getting UBI, whatever it is. Universal income here. we're getting our distribution. Oh man, he's insane. All right, we'll claim all these rewards too. Probably play a few ladder games and then peace out. You bought the pass? No, I got it for free. I use my creator points so that I can max out this account. I'm sorry guys, that's one last pass royale that I get to give away to you guys, but it is a pass royale that we get. I have an evolution chart. You have an evolution chart? Dude, that blows. Hopefully it doesn't blow too hard. Hopefully it doesn't crap the bed for you, bro. Alright. We already have Bomber Evo, so it does nothing for me. Damn, dude. I don't have gold like that. We aren't balling. We're on a budget game. I mean, this account doesn't have that much, so it is what it is. Do the challenge, too. How long would the challenge take on this account? Is it worth? No, it's like 500 gold. This is like the most balls challenge I've ever seen. I kind of want this. How long would that take? I kind of want the recruit. Kind of want the recruit. They make a new game mode because the game is dead. Where's the game mode? The game mode, you have to go to Passerelle. Sorry, not Passerelle. Yeah, you have to go to Passerelle, and then you buy Passerelle, and then the game mode is unlocking the stuff in the Passerelle. That's the new game mode. No. The game mode is you go to the main game mode screen, and it's underneath everything else, like, you know, the journey, the ranked journey, and then also Trophy Road, Path of Legends and Trophy Road. It's at the bottom. I'm from the government. We are here to help. Please do not resist. I know, dude. Gotta give me all the gems. Give me all the gems, game. Give me all the gems. This game is a gem. I did a Samsung, like, not Samsung. I did a Google Play ad a long time ago. This was one of the most broken things that ever happened in my life. I am not joking. I got paid more than I typically do on all of my other stuff because they just had a lot of money. And I think my agency just asked them, hey, this is our initial offer. And they didn't even negotiate, and they said yes. Usually they negotiate and they slash it in half, and Google Play was just fine with it. They literally were just like, yeah, no, sure, whatever. And all I had to do was spend like 3 hours and write up a description of new games that I thought were good. That was it. And I got paid more than I did on any other thing that I've ever done. It was insane. I was like, damn, that is like life-changing, because it actually was. It like let me finance all of my YouTube videos for like a month for editing costs. And I was like, what the hell? Like, how are they rolling in it that hard? So that was a throwback and a half. And basically, they made me call the games gems. They made me call the games gems. They're like, gem of the month or whatever. And my face was in Google Play too. So like, I actually would have done it for free because I got my face printed on Google Play at the very front of the screen. It was one of the coolest things that's ever happened in my life. Anyway, I just wanted to say that because you guys said gem, and then it made me think of that. It was an awesome experience. Weird question. I'm struggling, but what deck do you recommend for boot camp? You gotta strap up. You gotta strap up, soldier. You gotta strap up, soldier. You gotta, for boot camp, you gotta put in a giant and a mini P.E.K.K.A. and a fireball and arrows. The only 8 cards you get. It's a difficult challenge, but I believe in you, bro. That's why the best business is to sell to other businesses. Easy money. Yeah, it is. It's so unfair. It's actually crazy. It's a life hack. That's why the Shark Tank guy, Mr. Wonderful, where the hell his name is, he actively just like preys on situations where the people don't really care about money as much. Like, you know, I think he does like birthdays or celebrations and things like that where people just spend money, and businesses just spend money because they have so much money and there's a lot of inefficiencies. I remember like moving across the country, and Facebook actually paid for my move across the country, and it cost like $15,000. I'm not joking. They actually paid for my move across Boston to Seattle. They paid for the car. They paid for my flight. They paid for everything. I was just dating the girl that worked at Facebook. They paid for everything. Like that's insane. That's actually crazy. Don't dig for gold. Sell pickaxes. Yes, sir. What's your top 3 favorite card in Clash? Top 3 favorite card? Probably like Magic Archer Baby Dragon. I don't know what the third one would be. And everything else I don't really like as much, to be honest. You got the Zuck bugs, dude. And we didn't even have to Zuck for the Zuck bugs, bro. Zuck just gave them. The Zuck bugs. I think that's when Facebook was balling and they didn't even know what to do with all their money. They were like throwing it in a metaverse that all vanished. It went into the internet, never to come back. Bro, he literally... So, one of the things was, since they were working at Facebook, I got to see a little bit of it. The pictures that he released, Zuck released on Facebook, like, about the metaverse. The metaverse looked so much better than the things that he released. I got to see internal things, like, when I was there. And the things that I saw looked so much better than the crap that he released on media. I actively told my ex at that point, is he trying to int his own company? Because the things I'm looking at look so much better than that. He's just taking trash photos and releasing them. I just thought he was incredibly incompetent when I saw that. It was so funny to watch that. I don't know. There's definitely a lot of CEOs that are disconnected from what's actually going on. I don't know if Zuck is, but at that point I did think he was. My favorite ghost was invisibility plus splash damage is amazing. Yeah, I mean, the ghost is a depressed character, though. I feel bad making him fight. He's just like, you look at him and he's always like frowning every time. You don't want to be abusing the ghost like that. All right, we're gonna. Oh, sorry, we're abusing the ghost like that. We're dropping guards. We're saying not today, sir. I apologize for getting the password for you. Deserve it. I'm not here for the rewards or enjoy your content. Thank you, man. I mean, you know, I just don't want to spend money on the game right now because it seems like they're on a trajectory where they want to milk us for as much money as possible. So I'm trying not to let them milk me. I'm trying not to give them the not let Supercell be the milkman. You know, that's my goal. Make sure they can't milk me as hard as they want. And to do that, unfortunately, you know, I kind of have to get past Royale. I have 30 evolution shards. What the hell? How do you have 30? What did you do, bro? What? Did you get the Zuck Bucks? Did my brother get the Zuck Bucks, or did he? Dude, I think he got the Zuck Bucks. He is the milkman. Javi Xdu Dolxran. Everyone's gonna want to steal your account, bro. You can't. You're gonna have to get like, I don't know, a new ID, a new background, a new everything. You're gonna have to live in fear because everyone's gonna want you. Everyone's gonna want your account. Everyone's gonna want everything about you, bro. So yeah, I'd recommend if you wanted evolutions, I'll have a tier list coming through with the best ones in the game. But I would say probably which is the best one in the game by far, and it's not even close. Say which is the #1 best, Cannon's 2nd best, Ice Spirit's 3rd best. I don't want to spoil the rest of the thing, but I think Ice Spirit, Cannon are really, really good depending on your deck. I like guards. Just as regular cards, but you know, Royal Recruits are one of my favorite cards, and I would evolve them because I personally play the deck, but depends on what you play. The milking strategy is according to the last month's earnings numbers. I know their freaking numbers went up. I was watching it. I was like, what the actual hell? How did they make more money? Doesn't even make sense. Go to Royal API or Deck Shop. Nah, I wouldn't use those very often, to be honest. I mean, I like Royal API when I've already figured out the decks that I like playing, but for the most part, Royal API for specific decks and arenas, I don't think is great. I think you're better off building a deck that works at top ladder, that works the entire way through. You're going to get more of a reliable, you know, path to upgrading cards. If you're like, oh my God, this flashy gold deck at Arena 15 is what I want to play. And then you look at Arena 14 and it's a little bit different. You're like, damn, now I have to switch my giant deck to a Hog Rider deck. So many people do that. They're like asking me what the best deck is in the new arena. And they switch their entire pathway of upgrading cards. I was looking at that. I'm like, there's no way that they think this is cost efficient at all or time effective. So yeah, if you guys are one of those people that want to switch your deck every 5 seconds when you enter into a new arena, I would highly, highly encourage you not to. All right, we're just going to go for a ghost, and that bowler is toast. Nice. Like Grok build a deck. Yeah, sure. I mean, that would be pretty funny. All free man, I never buy anything. Damn. You, I mean, if the Zuckbuck gives you stuff, then you didn't have to pay anything. So I get your message. I get your message. You got it for free from the Zuck. All right, all right. We know it. We know. I don't know how to wink. I was gonna wink and I stopped. I literally stopped myself because I didn't want to embarrass myself on camera. How do you guys wink? Any pro tips for that? I genuinely do not know how to wink. It would probably be the creepiest thing ever. It'd be like Zuck trying to smile. All right, we're gonna go Skelly's here. Go Royal Ghost. What are we doing here, man? Yeah, we're gonna go Royal Hogs and then throw down a Firecracker. Are people not maxed? The best deck is whatever your highest cards are. Yeah, generally. Also, I think Zuck is actually a lot cooler now. He like looks a lot better. They completely rebranded everything that he does, which is interesting. A lot of CEOs are doing that now. They're like looking at like how they look, and they're trying to become like better looking and or like realize that appearance and media matters a lot more instead of like looking like an AI. Are you mad at Supercell for the decisions? Yeah, 100%. I'm mad. Like, you know, I was more so mad that, sorry, I was more so disappointed. But, you know, you get a little bit angry if they do it for consistently for super, super long because I'm invested in the game. I love the game. So that's the part of the reason, man. You know, if I didn't care that much, I'd just be disappointed. Like, you know, if I was just doing this for YouTube or whatever, I'd be disappointed. But I have like so much passion about the game. I love this. This is like my favorite game to play in the world. Yeah, I'm a little bit pissed that people that are incompetent or don't care are in charge of things and something that I love. I don't think it should be like that. Okay. All right. Fireball here. That was a pretty good defense. Honestly, I thought I was dead. Are you guys impressed that I stopped that? Like, what the hell? How did we cook? How did we cook? What the hell? That defense was clean. Is it true that you and Riley date? Yo, keep it on the DL, man. You don't have to type that in chat. Zuck drinks his coffee recreationally. Oh man. All right, we got dragged below. All right, do we do the rest of those? Is it even worth? I think the emote's kind of spicy. Ah, damn, dude. I got zucked into it. Do we run it? Do we run the 7 games in a row? I think we do. First time ever watching a stream live. Blessed to have you here, bro. His watch collection is insane. Yeah, every single time Zuck is balling with another $1 million watch. I don't even know anything about watches, but I'm just gonna take my friend's viewpoint on it. He said that Zuck has one of the best watch collections ever. He like flexes it. He used to not, and now he just flexes it. I mean, hey, if you earn the money, flex what you want, have the things that you want, and then be proud of it. So shout out to him for making it, I guess. But also at the same time, it is insane to look at the drastic difference between how good he looks now compared to what he didn't really care about his appearance before. That's the thing as well. If you have the ability to, if you think that you aren't good looking, or if you think that you're not, capable of looking better than you are right now, a lot of times if you work out and you end up having a good haircut, it can drastically change the way that you look. Like, it can make you from like a 5 to like a 7 or an 8 from an attractiveness scale. Generally, one of those things that a lot of guys just don't necessarily do is they don't take good photos. They don't like work out. They don't necessarily do that stuff. It's a really big difference. How do I find my archetype as a terrible player, get better at building decks? You don't want to build decks. If you're a terrible player, you run away from building decks. You don't understand the game well enough to like build a deck properly. If you're trying to build a deck and you're like, let me throw a Valkyrie and a Mega Knight together, then you're not really going to understand why you should have a card in a certain deck. One of the biggest misconceptions that Clash Royale has is you'll have this situation where you are inspired. You're gobsmacked by, certain cards. You're like, oh, this witch, it destroyed everything. I'm going to put a witch with a wizard in the deck. And then your deck sucks because you built something off of an aspirational wish and your Mickey Mouse journey just didn't work out the way it should have, man. So if you're trying to get better at the game, you play a deck that is well built by a good player, that the person has figured out why each card should be in the deck. You learn why each card is in the deck because you play that and learn and lose and figure out which each card is capable of. Maybe you watch a really good player play a specific deck and you mimic their placements and you understand why the deck is good. Then you can start to experiment with more decks and more cards. And when you understand why each card is good, how they work, then you can start to swap cards in and out. But if you have zero understanding of it, it's like you can't really make any game-defining plays. You can't really make your own decisions on building cards and decks. If you want to for fun, then go for it. But if you're trying to be successful, and that's what I assume that your job, I assume that's what you want based on what you said. You want to be successful, then yeah, you shouldn't be building decks in the first place until you have a good understanding of the game. So yeah, hopefully that helps you out, man. Hopefully that saves you a lot of time too, because if you're just trying to build decks and you don't know what you're doing, it can take a lot of time, a lot of pain and suffering for you to realize that you don't know anything. But yeah, at least you know that you don't know the game very well, so that's good. All right, this guy's trying to get tickled. Oh, I just suck. I literally fumbled. Oops. Kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie. It's fine. Not my best work. All right, so we're gonna push that off this tower, and then the Valkyrie's decent here. Don't like cycling the Valkyrie more times than I have to. Can we please just kill his cards? Guy's vicious with it. Why would you cycle that there? Okay. No, we're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're big chilling. We're big chilling out here. He's going to go in for a Tesla, and we're going to lightning it and win the game. We're just going to drop a witch and we'll lightning that. Yeah, buddy. We're just going to lightning you out, bro. That's how it's going to go. That's how it's going to go down. So he's going to drop a Goblin Barrel with Valkyrie here. Wait, do I lose? I lose to the Musketeer, man! Oh, hell yeah. How much does this do? Oh, barely. Barely. No way this doesn't do enough, bro. Nice. Holy crap, he had Rocket! Yo, why didn't he throw that earlier? Facts. Just work out 6 days a week for 3 years. Oh my god. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, it's I don't think it's 6 days a week for 3 years. It's like way less than that. Even so the newbie gains, when you start working out for the very first time, you'll lose a lot more weight, you'll gain a lot more muscle. Makes a pretty big difference. Fresh haircut and fit will instantly make you wanted. No, it's not like that. It's just it makes you more presentable. I think also having clothes that actually fit you make a huge difference. I don't know if you guys saw a long time ago, but not a long time ago. One of the most embarrassing things is I had clothes that didn't fit me very well, and then I learned from friends. They're like, "This looks like trash. This looks awful. This is making you actively look worse." So they told me like, "Hey, get clothes your actual size." Instead of wearing large clothes, I went down to medium that actually fit me, and it looked a lot better. I didn't really know that. I didn't really perceive that, but sometimes having a friend that has a better fashion sense and also understanding of what looks good and what doesn't look good on you can help out. But I think guys typically will wear more baggy clothing than they should, or wear clothes that don't even fit them way more often than they should. I don't even think it's baggy. It's just like clothes that literally just don't even fit you. Follow-up question. All those decks that use evos don't work well with non-evos. It depends on the deck. If you're running like a Royal Hogs Archer Queen deck with Royal Delivery, I'm a firm believer of that deck actually working without evolutions if you really wanted to, because Archer Queen is such a strong card and Royal Delivery gives very nice defense. You don't need the Evolved Cannon or the Evolved Skeletons or the Evolved Ice Spirit. They're nice to have, but they're not extremely necessary. However, if you're running a Royal Recruits deck and you don't have Evolved Royal Recruits, that deck is going to suck so hard, man. So it totally depends on the deck that you're playing. I can't give you like a guaranteed like, oh yeah, you know, every single deck is going to work without evolutions, because that's not how it is. And he countered a mid ladder. I just faced off a dude with Mega Knight, Royal Giant, Evo Valk, very unorthodox. I just defended it, and then he had a new push. If you defend it, and then he has another push, that means that you're defending so cost ineffectively that he is up elixir, allowing him to build up a new push. The way it should work is you defend with units, then you use those units to go on offense, and your defensive units should allow you to build up a push, because those defensive units should orchestrate something that's difficult for the opponent to stop. It seems like you didn't do that. And that's more of like an elixir spending thing that you need to get better at, and also potentially using a deck that's better rounded. There's a few decks that I have on my YouTube channel that are quite good. It depends on the deck that you're playing, but one of the decks that I was able to beat pretty much every mid-ladder deck with was a Mega Knight deck that I think I uploaded. Did I upload it 2 days ago? Yeah, I uploaded it 3 days ago. It's one of my more recent videos. It pretty much beat everything in the game. And even though I was playing at like, you know, top 9,000-ish in the world or whatever, people weren't that great. And I was matching into really annoying Executioner, Mega Knight, whatever it might be, and I was winning. So if you want to take a look at that Mega Knight deck I think is phenomenal. I think it's a really good deck to learn, especially if you like Mega Knight, which is pretty easy to play since it doesn't really rely on that many placements. And it works at higher ladder too, so yeah. I'll post that in the pinned comment. I'll also post that in the chat really quick if anyone wants to copy that. I would say that's definitely one of the better decks. It's not the Mimi video that I was super proud of, but if you want to copy a deck that I think is super solid out of all the Mega Knight decks in the game, I would recommend this, because one of the main issues with Mega Knight, the thing that I've realized, is if you're running Mega Knight bait, how many times have you guys thrown a miner on the opponent's tower? The opponent ignores the miner, and then they kill you. Or the miner does 300 damage, and then they get more damage, like 600 or 700 on you. I took out the miner from Mega Knight bait, and I put in Suspicious Bush and Skeleton Barrel. I think maybe it was Wall Breakers, but basically I have cards that the opponent has to respond to. Like if they don't respond to a 2 elixir card, they're kind of cooked. And they're always overcommitting to defend against a Suspicious Bush when they're running like P.E.K.K.A. Mega Knight Wizard, right? They're dropping a 5 elixir card on a freaking Suspicious Bush. And then, you know, they get annoyed. Maybe they stockpile their stuff. Then they lose to, you know, the shenanigans that we have with the Mega Knight jumping on everything. So Yeah, definitely check that video out. It'll be in the pinned comment too if you guys want to see that. Facts, just work out 6 days a week for 3 years, and then your confidence and discipline and your appearance will be unrecognizable. Oh, man. Nah, I genuinely think that working out in general, even like day 1, day 2, you'll mentally feel better. You'll physically feel better. It's like getting a good night's sleep, you know? You're going to have a good trajectory, good momentum. Typically, whenever I feel like trash, I always try to realize, like, why am I feeling bad? Is it because I'm eating food that's not good for me? Am I not working out? Like, what is it? And then generally, if I can fix that, if I have a good routine or if I feel good physically, then a lot of things go together. For instance, if I'm trying to commentate a video, right, and I don't have that much sleep and I haven't eaten well and I maybe have a headache, it's going to be it's going to be like brutal mode to accomplish that task and do it effectively and efficiently without as many stutters and flip ups and mistakes. And my confidence just won't be there. I'll be less happy. If you're trying to do any like writing for school and you're trying to finish an assignment, if you're not feeling good mentally, like maybe you went through like a breakup, maybe, you know, there's some family issue, it's not necessarily going to be very easy for you to accomplish that. It's always harder to, you know, play life at a disadvantage. It's like you have under-leveled cards and then you're jumping into a 9,000 trophies match where you're trying to get there. You're trying to get the last arena, but your freaking opponent has level 15, 2 evolutions. You're sitting there with 1 evolution, level 13. Gonna lose, right? It's likely you're gonna be cooked. It's not gonna feel very good either. But yeah, I always try to put myself in a position where I have even level, you know, with the task that I have to do. Generally, like having the prerequisites to accomplish the task at an easier rate is better than trying to strive towards a task and spending more time on certain task. Like if I try to spend as much time as I possibly can to complete something, it's worse than getting myself in a position where I can complete the task at an easier position. So, you know, you could spend like 12 hours trying to complete something, or you could spend, you know, the time necessary to sleep, be happier, be healthier, and then the thing will just be easier in general. And then you'll accomplish it probably in the same amount of time as you try harding and relentlessly working on that task. Motivational? Yeah. Will CRs ever stop to get paid win? No, probably not, man. I mean, I think that the trajectory that they're going is they're going to try to make more money off the game. I don't think that they're going to, like, you know, have pay to win seasons every single season, but they'll have seasons like this where the Evolved Witch is very unfair and it is pay to win, right? But the season before with Evolved Executioner, it didn't make that big of an impact. Like, that wasn't a defining card in the game where someone would win or lose because of Executioner Evolution. Like, it wouldn't change the game at all. Evolved Witch does change the game. If you don't have Evolved Witch, you are definitely at a deficit compared to everyone else. So it totally depends on the season, depends on what they're releasing. But yeah, the game will be pay to win at some points. That's why, like, you should probably save your evolution shards for some of the new cards when they come out, because that's going to be the best way of you having success. You don't want to spend money on this game, so you want to save your free shards for the cards that really, really make a big difference. Or, you know, you could just adapt your deck and run Evo Valkyrie in all of your games right now, or run certain cards and make adaptations. You're not going to lose, but yeah, Evo Witch makes life a lot easier for sure. You're not guaranteed to lose into Evo Witch. We're just going to arrows and Void. I hate Void so much. It's such a bad card, man. Alright, anyway, we can just Witch here. We're going to let this lock onto our tower instead of our Skellies. Or hit our other Witch. That's fine too. That doesn't matter to me. If you Lightning, it still doesn't matter to me. I keep thinking my Prince is like the Hog Rider, but if you drop it in that spot, if you didn't know, the Prince charges based off of travel distance. It doesn't charge based off time. So if it gallops over the river, it's traveling more tiles. So your Prince will actually charge quicker if you drop it in the spot that your Hog Rider typically jumps over the river. If you don't know that, that is a very cool tip that I copied from a top 200 player that plays Giant Double Prince. Shout out to Darian. Make sure you have time to stream later tonight if you want to. I remember you... Yeah, I will have time to stream later tonight. I have plenty of time today, so don't worry about it, man. Evo Valk counters mid-ladder if you don't overcommit. Yeah, Evo Valk is one of the best counters in the game to mid-ladder. I thought that Evo Valk was not a great card, but it is one of the most bailout cards in the game. It counters Giants, it counters Goblin Giants, it counters Piggies, it counters Hog Rider. It is a phenomenal card. If you guys want to play Clash Royale at a higher level, I would really recommend using that and, you know, use it in a lot of control decks. Evo Valkyrie is phenomenal. It's one of the biggest bailouts in the game. It can literally counter a Giant Night Witch deck or a Golem Night Witch all by itself. So It's really, really good to use. 2.6 viable at all ladders, LOL. 2.6 kind of sucks, man. It's a mid deck now. It's overplayed, overhyped for sure. It's not that good anymore. I don't want to zap, but it should hit my tower. I don't know if it does. Oh, I thought it would. I thought it would hit my tower for sure. Don't know if it's me, but the screen is having a couple black flashes. Okay, so I have this thing where I rock. Yeah, I know. I basically rock with my feet, and whenever I rock on the power cord, then it's gonna have a black flash. So I'm gonna fix it right now, and then it should be good for the rest of the stream. Sorry about that. Now I can rock with my feet, and look, the black screens don't happen anymore, guys. It's a miracle. Thank you for letting me know. If I ever degenerately do that, it's obviously me blacking out the screen for my cheat codes to work. You know, I'm gonna assemble the Exodia moves that I learned from Dr. Lupo, and I'm gonna hit and execute 26 perfect moves in a row. So you guys, you have to understand that I need to have my cheat codes working for Clash Royale. What about Balloon Cycle? Balloon Cycle's always been good. It's not like the best deck in the game or anything like that. Evolved Musketeer kind of sucks. So I personally don't think that Balloon Cycle is something that you want to be playing in that sense. Right now, it has decent opportunities because a lot of people are running Evolve, which is their only anti-air response. Then Balloon is by a byproduct of, you know, not being good in the game. People don't really anticipate it as something that they have to worry about. And then because it's not that good, people don't really build their decks to beat it. And then it becomes pretty good. So that's how it is. You ever heard of the Players Lounge? No, I haven't heard of that. You're always trying to get your opinions on Evos. Yeah, no, my opinions on Evos are generally pretty good. Especially since I'm going to make a video on it soon. So I've been talking to the best players in the world about it. Just die, dude. It did die. Thank God. I can't believe I killed that. We finessed it. And I can get a night down. We're chilling. We're chilling. That defense, though. Let's go. It's light work out here. I'm just going to fireball. He's going to drop stuff at the bridge. So I'm not going to fireball early because it doesn't matter if I get tower damage. I'm just going to get more stuff. All right, never mind. If you don't want to drop anything with it, I'm about it, bro. Never doubt it. That magic archer is cooked. It's not going to do anything. Let's go Royal Giant in the middle. Witch locks onto that. And we are hard chilling in this game, guys. Let's go. I'm the best draft champion in the world. The best in the world. Not really. Pretty easy, though, for me. Have you ever heard of players? Black Flash from JJK? Yes. We unleashed our Black Flash from JJK. Is that Mega Knight deck good with no Evo? Yeah, I would say it's pretty good. I don't think that you need to evolve Dark Goblin to make that thing work at all. I do think that if you don't have Suspicious Bush leveled up, the deck will suck. So Suspicious Bush is something you need. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. If you don't have Suspicious Bush, you're cooked. Also, Mega Knight needs an evolution. Dark Goblin does not need the evolution in that deck. You do not need a Dark Goblin evolution. Man, this is interesting. I would never pick Lava Hound as a card in any of these drafts, ever. It's just so ubiquitously awful that I would typically stray away from that and just run anti-air cards as a response because the people could play Balloon or Lava Hound, but it just costs so much elixir, and because your deck isn't necessarily built around defense, you can't afford to drop a Lava Hound and then not have any ground defense. At least like a Giant or a Golem. You can plop it down and then it'll tank for stuff, right? You can pull things to the other side. Lava Hound's just chilling there like wondering what's going on in its life and why everything's going the wrong way. I'm going to Fireball here. I do think that we are not going to be able to kill the Witch, but you never know. Oh my God! Yo, we'll take that. I'll take it. I'll take it. Fun fact, Molt came up with a draft mechanic. That's what Molt said in the video. Oh, he came up with a draft mechanic? I mean, I don't doubt it. I think a lot of times they take things from creators, but, you know, creators don't get anything from it besides it going in the game. So that's cool. I think Molt was one of those people that was genuinely wanting the game to be better, and he made a very big impact in Clash Royale. And a lot of people don't give him credit for it, but, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter, really. You do those things because you want the game to become better. You don't do them because you want to become popular or, like, get notoriety. That's the reason why he does it. He's just, like, a good person. All right, we're going to Prince here. It's nice having multiple games you can play competitively. I've made over 500 a week in just Clash itself. Damn. Wait, seriously? Jeremiah, you played Clash Royale and won $500? Congratulations. That's huge. That's actually, it's kind of insane. You must be really, really good at Clash because it's hard to make money on this game as a competitive player. because Muhammad Light and those pro players will just gobble up all the earnings. I know Molt still played this game. Yeah, a lot of times people don't really know when old creators play games. Like, oh, they're still playing? Yeah, it's like, yeah, they are. They don't leave. Also, are we just going to die to the stupid witch? No, I died. Wait. No, I'd win. Mr. Morant. Code Morant. There's no way this guy's a creator, right? I would have known. There's no way. Unless he's like a Clash mini creator that got a code and then, you know, moved over from Clash mini. Or a different language, potentially. I usually know most people. Is he small ant but more ant? Alright. I hate the fact that he's got witch, man. It's annoying. Let it burn! If only the fireball could disrupt stuff and then we could get enough damage to kill the witch. Okay, that's an interesting play. It's probably not going to work. My Dark Prince definitely kills. Is the P.E.K.K.A actually just dead to the poison? Not quite. Would have been cool, though. It's bush time, baby. All right, wait. We're going to get arrowed. Unless he has a slow cycle. No. He might have a slow cycle. Bro might have a slow cycle. He might get lost in the sauce. Oh, wait. Dark Goblin. Do the dirty work. Yes, that was insanely lucrative. I played that so well. What the hell? Why do heck? Come on, Dark Prince! Penciltration, baby! The battle ram. It drew all over the tower. It defiled him. It ruined his life. Alright, Morant. You're defeated. I actually don't know who this is. There's no way, dude. It's like some Fortnite creator or something. It's gonna be something like that. I can send proof if need. No. You're good. I believe you. I mean, if you say like 500, I believe you. I was wondering what Yeah, I was wondering. But that's the best part of only betting on yourself. I bet on 4 different parlays, all of 3 crown, didn't lose a tower, and win. They all pay out diff. Congrats, man. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd be so scared on that. Betting on it a little bit, you know? Or betting on yourself. I don't know. It's cool betting on yourself. I bet on myself for businesses. Like, no joke, I'm going to be spending like $3,000 on a website domain. And it's really scary because, like, yo, $3,000 just down the drain like that, and it doesn't work out, and I spend a lot of time and effort and money on making something work, you know, it might just fail. But I think betting on yourself is, like, the best investment. If you are able to, the investment on, like, the S&P 500 and whatever, it's always good, right? If you invest in index funds, and they'll eventually, like, pay off money over time. But if you invest in yourself and you build a business and things work out, you can exponentially increase your return. And that's generally what I want to do more. So I want to invest in myself, but just not in video games, you know? I want to start building some Pokemon businesses, and hopefully they work out. We'll see. They could also just completely fail, and you guys we'll have a story about it. We'll talk about it on YouTube, regardless of win or loss. It will be kind of cool. I haven't done that before. You know, like how Ash built AMG, and how a lot of people were able to build bigger things that weren't just Clash Royale related. Like, you know, Chief Bat built Tribe. I definitely want to build stuff too. But I can tell you one thing. I'm not going to leave YouTube. Even if I make a lot of money, or if things even go poorly, right? Even if I'm not able to create that many videos or anything like that, I think I'll always want to create content. I just really love it. My friends were talking to me about it today. They're like, you know, if you had $1 bajillion, would you still do YouTube? Like, yeah, I would. So, I don't know. I think a lot of people aren't the same on that. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Getting back into Clash, and I'll sure be waiting for the best Clash Royale YouTuber out there. Hey, let's go, Drew Moo. I like the name too. I don't think he gets credit because he stopped making videos for such a long time. Yeah, no. When people stop creating content, a lot of times they're forgotten about. And that's just the reality of it, is you have to be active and you have to be creating content frequently for people to care about you. A lot of times. Or people will just forget, because YouTube's algorithm generally pushes people that get views. If you're not getting views, everything just falls off. If you guys don't know, like other algorithms and other platforms, they will actively not even care about your subscriber count or follower count, and they will literally only push people that are getting views and have high view duration. So if you have, like, you know, 150,000 followers on other platforms, they won't even push your videos. Like, your subscribers literally don't even matter. For short form content, your subscribers do not matter at all. It's kind of sad, and also a reality that, you know, you have to face. That that's just how the platforms work, you know? Don't know, now you know. Eris God. He is really godly with the witch cycle, so I think we got him. What type of music do you listen to? Mostly just like rap stuff whenever I'm like working out. NF is pretty cool. Is YouTube your main job? Yeah, no, it's a full-time gig, man. It's something that I've been doing since 2020, doing it full-time. Scary, but it's definitely worth the investment when it pays out and then you have a good support system. Yeah, its support system matters so much. I believe in you and your business plans, whatever dreams you have. Dude, Jeremiah, thank you, man. I'm blessed. I'm absolutely freaking blessed to have this type of community. I mean, we built so much with Clash Royale. We did so well. But, yeah, man, I'm always excited. I'm always hyped. Is this cool? Yes, sir. All right, so let's get this last game. Let's get this emote. Let's not fumble. Imagine if I lose 3 games in a row from now on. Yo, I've just been yapping and certifiably slaughtering people in this game mode. It has been awesome. All right, we can't lose. We got a witch in our hand. Your tag, you stole my girlfriend, says I don't know why. That's impossible. There's no shot. Unless it was like, oh man, 4 years ago, and the girl on like Tinder or whatever, like chose me over you, then yeah, that might have happened, bro. My ex from 4 years ago, like, oh, dude, it would have had to happen 8 years ago. I got chosen over another dude, bro. That was a crazy story. And then yeah, that was a long time ago. I think I'm a brain dead player. The only way I get better is dropping trophies. No, you're fine, man. Don't worry about it. Like, it's genuinely just a game. If you lose, you're chilling. Also, that princess is smartest. You said brain dead. The princess is brilliant. She's got the big colossal brain. You know, Attack on Titan? The princess stole one of the Titan's brains, and that's how she was able to make that happen. Massive menace mode. No, I think the bomber dies. So I don't have to worry about it. Made the right content creator famous, popular. Oh, thank you, man. All right, we're just gonna hog here, and then we're probably gonna lightning depending on what happens. No. We are not lightning that. How do I do this? Switch and pray is the only way. Penciltration? Yeah, no, I say that way too often. You like Taylor Swift music? All right, my dad, unironically, jams out to Taylor Swift, and he has like this Jeep that was a death trap. So I didn't know how to change the Jeep's music because it was just funky and weird. So I had Taylor Swift blaring, and then the engine stalled in the intersection, and I didn't know how to fix it. And then I was freaking out. I was like, hey guys, I'm sorry. It was like, mind you, on Martha's Vineyard during the summer because I was teaching tennis. I was like going back and forth. And oh no. Sir, El Doggy, stop it. Stop pooping on my tower. Get your little trash bags and clean up your crap, bro. All right, so this is bad. It's looking really awful. The hog rider took damage to you. I mean, he might be down a little bit of elixir, but not that much. So basically, the Taylor Swift stuff, it was jamming out, and everyone could hear it. And I was in the intersection. It was like Jesus take the wheel or whatever. It was probably the most iconic moment of my life. It was crazy. I think Jesus take the wheel like happened afterward or before or around that. I don't know what was happening, what music was actually going on, but I was thinking about the Jesus takes the wheel thing, and it did happen at some point after that. I started laughing hysterically. I had some bad moments in that Jeep, dudes. I had some bad times. Also, when I was a kid, someone like rammed the Jeep when I was at Stop and Shop. And I just, as a kid, I didn't know what the hell happened. I was like, oh, my car is a little bit, bumped. It has like, did you get their license plate? Did you get anything? And I was like, no. He said it was okay, so I just walked away. I was such a passive person, man. It was unfortunate. I got scammed in real life. I got scammed harder than Supercell scams us now. I guess I built a tolerance to it, Clash stuff with Jinxie. I think he's going to receive Revive Clash. Yeah, maybe. I mean, the game also has to do well too, but yeah, it's so cool to see Jinxie in Clash Royale. So good for all of us. Even if you don't make content with him, it doesn't matter. He's just making the game bigger. Clash was never dead. Yeah, it was never dead. Clash Royale was never dead. It's a phenomenal game, but, the developers made some bad decisions. But, hey, the core game mode is so fun that some of the biggest content creators in the world are starting to play Clash Royale. That speaks volumes how awesome this game is. And also the viewership that we get. You know how many people move from Marvel Snap to like Pokemon whatever, Pokemon Pocket, to like Hearthstone and then back and then forth, and they just move all over the place. And like, none of these games are still alive. And then we look at Clash Royale and it stayed alive for forever. Like, that speaks volumes to how good the game core concept is. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to end on that. I'll be back later today, and I'll do another live stream in, I don't know, maybe like a couple hours, maybe an hour or so. And then, yeah, I hope to see you guys then. Let's talk soon. Let's see you guys then. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Love you. Peace out, Girl Scouts. And no matter when or where you guys are watching, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you very, very soon in like, I don't know, hour or so. Oh, yeah. Definitely make sure to check out the pinned comment if you haven't already. If you want to see the best Mega Knight deck in the game, or if you want to see my fake rage quit video where I think this was a banger video, it literally fell off the cliff. It got 43,000 views in a day, which is depressing for me, a little bit sad because of the effort and time that we put into editing it. I was like, editor, this is going to be a banger. And then just didn't do well. Very fun video, and it was authentic. I put in the losses when they happened. So it's more of an experience where you get to see me do a cool concept. If there are losses in the video, there are actual losses, you know? Like, I didn't want to be like, hey, this strategy will always work, because that's not how the strategy works. So it was fake rage quit video. I left the game. I like threw up like white flags of surrender, and then people were like, oh, wait, he gave me a free win. And then I took their towers and won the game. So it was really diabolical and mean, but it was funny. So check that out in the pinned comment, and also check out the most annoying Mega Knight deck, the one that can kind of beat everything that's good at mid ladder if you want to play it. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. See you later tonight. Peace.